Now, from your local sports leader, this is Tourney 2016.
Can you feel it in the air? Yeah, okay, it is cold outside, but things are heating up in high school basketball. Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Randall alongside John Alba, and if you haven't figured it out yet, it is tournament time.
Oh, that is right. We figured that out a long time ago. We've got an enormous show for you, jam-packed with highlights. But first, let's begin with a recap from Friday's action. In Class A, girls top seed Lawrence Blue Pass Skowhegan. They will meet Hamden Academy in the semifinals thanks to Courtney Dunton's buzzer beater that got the Broncos past Nokomis. On the other side of the bracket, Gardner escapes past a tough Mount Blue team, while number 2 Messalonski meets them in the semifinals. The Eagles won by 20 over Waterville.
Also in Augusta, the AA boys bracket beginning to shape out. Edward Little, they needed a late run in the fourth to get past Chevrolet. The Eddies have a meeting with top-seeded Portland, while Oxford Hills dominated Bangor to set up a meeting with Deering. And on the girls' end in AA, Oxford Hills and Deering will meet there as well. Deering had a big comeback against Chevrolet to get there. Lewiston ended Bangor's season, upsetting the third-ranked Rams by 1. The Blue Devils will face Edward Little.
This is where things are still unclear. Only half of Class B played on Friday, leaving Holton, Foxcroft, and Winslow-Ellsworth matchups still to be determined. But we do know that Presque Isle was able to, as you're going to see momentarily, get past a surging John Babb's team, and they will face Herman in this semifinal. The Hawks with a big upset over MDI.
Then on the boys' side of Class B, only one of the quarterfinal matchups took place Friday. Old Town Belfast and Orono MDI still needing to be sorted out. However, number 3 Washington Academy was upset by 6-seeded Caribou, and they await the winner between MCI and Ellsworth.
Woo!
Yeah, so if you thought there was a lot of action on Friday, Saturday was on a whole nother level.
Oh, yes, it was. Class B boys and girls took over the cross center, and we'll start at the top of the boys' side. Let's take you to number 1, Old Town dabbing and, doing all that fun stuff before. That's more of a Matt Randall thing than it is me. But they would get right down to business. Drew Cologne put some nice spin on that one to Andre Miller. He had it going early on, but Belfast brought its A game in the first half. Nolan Woods drives, puts it up and in, plus the foul. Second quarter, the Lions forget about Caleb Giffer in the corner. That's not a good idea. Old Town up 7. But Belfast tried to inch closer. Woods for 3. He hits it. Alba foul, as Marv Albert would add. A 4-point play. Thank you. You don't see those every day except for John's 3-point play. But right after that, Andre Miller saves the ball, comes back inbounds, puts up a 3, and he gets fouled. A 4-point play opportunity there as well. That is all she wrote. Coyotes laid it on thick in the second half. 83-47. How about that?
You gotta love it. And Old Town will face the winner of MDI and Orono. There are your state champion Orono cheerleaders, John. First quarter, a fantastic outlet pass here from Jake Kaufman to Jackson Coots for the easy 2, and I love the headband look. Then Emal Woldring slams it home. The big fella puts Orono up early. But it was back and forth for most of the game. Second quarter, Aaron Snurkowski connects from downtown. Trojans up 2 at halftime, but in the fourth, Nate DeSisto finds Woldring. The big man can also shoot.
Lots of good new haircuts for the
tournament,
tournament,
There are 3 more. Yeah, you gotta love that. But Russell Kropp answers right back. And take a look at this. He is fired up. But the final minutes, DeSisto finding Woldring once again. He gets inside. Orono holds off MDI. The Red Riots win 61-50. And here now is Coach Jason Coleman following the win.
We lost at Ellsworth, then we had a week off to think about it, then we lost against Old Town, then we had 9 days off. So this is actually our first win in February, so it feels good. But the kids responded. We had a great week in practice. We're finally healthy, and we're able to play some man-to-man at the end, which made the difference for us.
Well, as Coach Coleman mentioned, those losses to Ellsworth and Old Town dropped the Red Riots down to the 4 spot. But what's interesting now is that Orono's win and Old Town's win mean the 2 crosstown rivals will face off once again. Wednesday will be the 3rd meeting of the season between these teams, with Old Town winning both games.
We have to defend for 4 quarters. Last time we played them, we defended for a half. And then after that, third and fourth quarter, we kind of got lazy and they put it to us. And I've said it before, we want to get our program where Coach McDormand has his at. So every year we're right here.
Well, the number 2 seed Ellsworth taking on number 10 MCI. Ellsworth getting out to an early lead. Kyle Golding knocks down the 3. Eagles up 9-2 first quarter. This one would not be quite as close as the other game. MCI hanging on, though. Treston Greer knocks down a 3 of his own. They would pull within 2 with that shot, but Ellsworth starting to dominate. Alex Braley and the Eagles hot. from three-point range, kind of like Peja Stojakovic, if you will. Then Bruce St. Peter finishes it off after the rebound. Ellsworth going on to crush MCI. Take a look at this final, 56-28, not even close. Look at that.
Class B is just insane so far. But on the girls' side of Class B, one semifinal matchup was decided Friday as Presque Isle and Herman moved on, as we said, and Saturday rounded out the other side. Top-seeded Holton found themselves in a dogfight with number 8 Foxcroft. First quarter, things got going as expected. Holton recovers the loose ball, and Colleen Bouchard lays it in. You'll see plenty from her later on. Later in the quarter, another loose ball eventually winds up in the corner for Aspen Flewelling. She connects. Shire's up big in the first, but Foxcroft wouldn't go away. Kendra Ewer knocks down the open jumper to get within single digits to the second half now. Time winding down in the third. Abby Simpson gets the offensive board and put back. Not quite a buzzer beater, John. Ponies within 3, though. They actually took the lead in the early fourth, but Colleen Bouchard was just too much. She drives and gets the floater to go. Holton eventually pulls away 61-52.
That one was close. We almost saw another upset there. Let's move on to the other matchup. Ellsworth squaring off with Winslow in a 4-5. Good game here. This one physical. Both teams leaving it all out on the court. Winslow getting it going from 3
They won
early, though, after this. Take a look right here. Pop it. Delaney Wood connects. They led 25-19 at the break, but Ellsworth chipping away in the second half. There's a steal. Madison Card, and 1. And it's going to be Caitlin Bean. She's going to knock down the long ball. It's good. Ellsworth would eventually pull within 1, but Winslow hitting some key shots down the stretch. Another 3 from Paige Trask. Winslow holding on to win this one. You see the celebration. Your final in that game, 51-44. Well, anyway, as you sit in your seat and watch these games, something is echoing through the arena, and you may not even notice it. It's music. But the people behind the music are more important to the atmosphere than you may even realize. You know how the saying goes. You've got a nail-biter on the court, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
We try to take it and move and groove as much as we can and just try to support and give as much energy as we can to the whole entire arena.
That's the job of the pep band during not just the tournament, but any high school game. And this week, when all eyes are turned to the hardwood to watch the best in the state play, it's the band's time to shine as well. And they are prepared to step to the plate.
Oh my word, I can't even begin to talk about how much dedication it takes.
It's their playoffs, and it's more or less our playoffs too, if you're going to go for that, because this is where we play the most of our games.
Games where the bleachers behind the basket feel like the stage at Madison Square Garden.
This is a chance for the kids to kind of be rock stars for a while and just be loud and have a good time and play songs that they've been playing for, maybe all year, but, they get a chance to do it in front of a big audience in a big venue. It's cool.
Well, not all of them are kids.
And I basically put 2 and 2 together. Our school's mascot is the ponies. Might as well get a horse mask, it'd be fun.
And when there's tension in the air, a little bit of fun is all you need.
I think it brings the whole spirit of the whole entire arena in play, and it brings people to their feet and gets everyone really excited and pumped out here.
You just got to love the horse mask.
That's got to be the 7th or 8th horse mask we have thrown on air this year.
It's by far my favorite oddity with high school basketball this season.
Well, this one at least made sense. The ponies, horse mask, he said it.
I don't know why there was a horse in MDI's pep band a couple weeks ago. The Trojans. I don't know. I don't
Trojan
really
horse.
Get it. Yeah. All right. There it is. There's the connection. You're a better man than I. All right. Time winding down, but before we finish up, it is time for our main moment. Each week we give you the top performances and plays that we saw from the last 7 days, and with so much going on, let me tell you, it takes a monster performance to get the top spot this time around. This week's main moment goes to Andrew Fleming, the Oxford Hills big man. He's a senior heading to play for Bob Walsh and UMaine next year, but in the opening game of his final tournament, Fleming dropped 42 points on Bangor. He also added 15 rebounds for good measure as the Vikings throttled the Rams 71-47. Of course, this is the first year of Class AA basketball, so on the first day of action, this means Fleming's 42 points are a record for Class AA, and that is our main moment